SMH. Shaking my head at the ending of that one. Hello. Hi you guys, hello and welcome back to the weekly vlog. I am just wrapping up my workday, but I remembered that I wanted to start this. I'm about to wrap up my workday. While walking on a walking pad, I have to do 5,000 more steps. Just over 5,000 more steps. And then I'll be at my goal. So, gotta walk a little bit faster because I gotta do at least 2 miles. And I wanna do it before I eat dinner. So I have about 40 minutes to get it done. I'm watching some YouTube as I take a break from listening to audiobooks for today because I finished a book and then I started another one. My brain just needs a little bit of a break. So that's what's going on. But I want to say hi and hello and welcome. And I just started Consider Me by Becca Mack. Only 15% into it, which is really nothing. Finished Midnight is the Darkest Hour this morning. It was a 4 stars. Ending, I hate when thrillers have this particular ending because it's just like SMH. Shaking my head at the ending of that one. But yeah, that's what's going on. So I will give you more of a reading update on Consider Me when I have one. I like to give reading updates around the 25% mark. I'm at 15%. So you got a reading update tonight. My goal is to get to 30% tonight. I'm trying to read 30% a day to finish books in 3 days. Sometimes it's hard, like this one's over 500 pages. So 30% of that is 150 pages, right? Yeah, it's about 150-ish pages. It's a lot, but getting it done. No excuses. Getting it done. So, I'm gonna go walk on a walking pad because the more I talk, the less time I have to walk and get this done. And now I have about 40, I still have about 40 minutes to get this done. So let's get these steps in. Hello friends, good morning. Happy Friday. I just got to a coffee shop to do some work because I typically do this on Fridays. I get out of the house, I go to a coffee shop and I work to break up the scenery of the mundane bedroom. So yeah, I just pulled up and I am starving. So I think I'm gonna get breakfast too. I try to eat before I come just so I'm not spending so much money. But today was not one of those days because for May, I'm trying. We'll see how successful I am. I'm really thinking I can do it, but it's just going to take a lot of planning and work. I'm aiming for 15,000 steps a day, and that's a lot. It's like 2 hours of my day is spent walking. So if I don't plan it accordingly, it's not going to happen. So this morning, I got up a little bit later than I wanted to. I got up around 7:30. And then did my morning stuff, made my coffee, and then planned my day. By the time I planned my day, it was about 8:20-ish, 8:30-ish. And at that point, I was like, okay, I have to get on the walking pad. I have to get at least one session done before heading to the coffee shop. So I walked from like 8:40 to 9:30, showered, and now I'm here. So it's time to eat and time to have coffee. And right now I'm at 6,000 steps. Actually, just over 6,000. I'm at 6,100 steps. So I'm feeling good about it for today. I got to get 2 more walks in later. I'm planning to do them at 2 and at 4. So that should get it done. One of the walks I have to walk a bit faster. Typically when I'm walking and working, I am walking kind of slower so that way I can type and do all of the things. The one walk that I am going to do faster, it's going to be, I think, my last one, because that will get me my steps. So that's what's going on today. I'm going to head in there now and get a latte. I was going to get a matcha, but I've only had 1 cup of coffee, so I really just want like straight caffeine to get a lot of my work done. I want to try to have as much of an empty inbox as possible by the end of the workday today. So, gotta get a lot of stuff done. Gotta get a lot of stuff done while I'm here and then have a good productive afternoon. I also do want to, I don't know what I was going to say. I also do want to what? Get more work done. Get breakfast. I don't know. My brain is all over the place. I need more caffeine. So let's head inside and then I will see you guys later. We have an unboxing to do. I have decided that with all of the hoopla, I guess we're going to call it, going down with Amazon and just the book industry as a whole, I want very little to do with it. So fun fact, hold on, let me pop this open. I will give you guys like the ASMR like visual unboxing once my address is not all over this box. I sold my Color Soft actually, and it sold within a day. I was very surprised. Was I surprised? Yes and no. With all the issues that I've been having with the Color Soft, I just said, you know what? There's better products out there that are cheaper. And yeah, obviously, like, I'm not making all of my money back, making a fraction of my money back. I'd rather support a different company than Amazon. I still have my Paperwhite. She's in my backpack. As if I'm pointing that you guys can even see it. She's in my backpack. I still have my Paperwhite. I still have my subscription to Kindle Unlimited. Because like today, for example, there's a new Mariana Zapata book that came out. It's only on Kindle Unlimited. So there's still going to be some things that like I will get through Amazon. I will still have my Audible subscription, although I only really use my credit nowadays for Audible exclusives, because I do a lot of my audiobooks through Libby that I feel like I don't even really need an Audible subscription, but there have been times where like the wait's too long or it's just not on Libby, but it is on Audible, that I'll just like grab it over there. So I'm trying to limit my Amazon like Kindle Unlimited, Kindle consumption, just because there's some things that I don't agree with that they're doing. So I decided to partially jump ship, and I am now the proud owner of a Kobo Libra Color. I ordered it directly from Kobo. They are available on Amazon, but I was like, why am I gonna do that? And also they're priced higher on Amazon. So I just like, I'll go directly through the website. So that's what I did, and I'm very excited about it. It wasn't a crazy long wait. I think I ordered this last Friday. Yeah, I ordered it last Friday and it's here today. And it came like while I was out running errands. So it was nice to come home and be like, oh, it's here. So that's cool. I've been looking, while I'm waiting for this device to come in, I have been looking at the Kobo deals, and I do feel like they're better than the Amazon deals, not gonna lie. And also the prices of books are pretty much the same. There's really no like drastic difference between the ebooks on Kobo and the ebooks on Amazon. They're about the same price. But the daily deals are better. I just got really confused for a second. I thought this came with the pencil, the stylus, but I knew for a fact like this didn't come with the stylus. I also didn't really want the stylus, so I was perfectly okay with not having it. I might get it eventually. I'm not much of like a page doodler like this, but I will be highlighting. I guess I could underline too if I had the stylus, but I'm okay with just highlighting. So I guess we can open it. So this is your packaging. I got the white one. I also will be getting a case in the mail today from another small business. Been real big on the small business support lately. Well, I've been trying to be. So I was happy to get a Kobo case from a small business, and the design is so cute. So I'm very excited for it. So let's do, it's got our favorite seal here. It almost looks like the Apple seal. So here we go. I guess it opens this way too. Yeah. So open. And I think it opens like a book. Whoa. So here's your inside. I wonder if it comes charged. I wonder. So the reason why I went with, oh my goodness, this one versus like getting their version of the Paperwhite is I do like the buttons here. And I like the size of the screen. It's a little bit smaller than a Kindle, but I'm okay with that. And then the power is here on the back. Okay, there's a light on. It's booting up. It's doing its... Oh, okay, she's on. So now I gotta go through all of this setup. The only thing that's slightly annoying is like all of this text here on the side. It'll be covered by a case though. So I think they have to like put that stuff there. I wish it was a sticker that I could just peel off. Anyway, I'm not gonna see it. My hand's gonna be here. It's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna just breeze through the setup and then we'll chat again once I get this thing going. All right, so setup was very easy at this point. I'm just starting with a blank slate. It's giving me some recommendations. It gave me a Kobo Plus trial. I didn't sign up for it just because I don't really know anything about it. I know it's cheaper than Kindle Unlimited though, so might have to check that out. But I think at this point what I'm going to do is do some research, see what books are available, see if there's any library books that are instant downloads that I want to read, especially from my May TBR. If I can get the ebook version and just plop it on here, that would be great. I have to make sure my Libby account is synced, which I think it should with my phone settings. I'm not sure how that works, but I will figure that out and then get to reading. And I just have to wait for the case to come, but this is the back. So it's got this like textured material. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on video. Actually, you probably can. And then the power button's on the back, which is cool. I probably just need to go through now in this point and just like do some customizations, figure out what's gonna be on the cover, have my reading analytics, what that's gonna look like, all of those fun things. There's already like dust accumulating on it, and I've had this thing for 2 seconds. It's literally just because there's stuff flying around the air, but I'm very excited to be reading on this. The biggest thing that I'm looking forward to, which I'll show y'all later in this vlog, is the stats. So how many pages I've read, what's left in the chapter, how long it's taking me to read. Things that Kindle doesn't give you, that Kobo does. So when you lock it, just so that you guys can see. I don't have a book in progress, so it's just chilling. She's just sleeping. She's sleeping. So yeah, at this point, I was able to do the setup directly from my phone. So it was just like scan a QR code and then it did the setup for me. I just had to log in. And yeah, now I will look and see what deals there are and all of that jazz. I'm getting very distracted by books now. So I'm gonna go and I'll see you guys in a bit when I have more of an update on books, what I'm gonna read on here and all that. It is so warm out. I just got back from a what did I do? Like 2.65 mile walk. So I have to do 900-ish more steps. You're not gonna be able to see that. There's no way. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know I can pull it up on my phone. That's what we got cooking up for today. Got to do 900 more steps, which is very doable with what I have going on the rest of the day. Just got to be mindful, maybe take some extra steps, maybe park a little bit farther to get to 15,000 steps. I downloaded 2 library books onto the Kobo. So now I have Daydream and The Art of Catching Feelings on here. I looked for Consider Me by Miss Becca Mack, but since that book is on Kindle Unlimited, I assumed it wasn't going to be part of any of the deals on Kobo. At this point, I want to make a little bit more progress in Consider Me. I am 40% through it right now. So to give you a synopsis of what's going on in this book, we have Carter and Olivia, and all the nicknames that they give Olivia, kind of weird. They don't really call her Liv. It's usually Ollie, Livy, I think, is one of them. I just never heard somebody named Olivia called Al or Ollie. It was kind of interesting to me. So Olivia is a high school gym teacher, and she is just trying to do her own thing, just trying to get by. And then there's Carter, and Carter is the hockey player, typical just one night stand, doesn't want to be like tied down to anybody. And then they meet, and now he's questioning, like, maybe not these one night stands anymore. Maybe I just want to be with this girl. And Olivia, she's like, I can't fall for him because all he wants are one night stands, and all I want is a serious committed relationship. So she puts her wall up immediately. Carter is very much like, let's try this. Let's just spend some time together. Carter is also the communicator. He wants to talk things through, and Olivia is not. Olivia just kind of puts up the wall and is like, no, not doing it. Already know what you want, and 9 times out of 10, what she thinks that Carter wants is wrong. So at this point, they are just trying to date, just trying to hang out. They're at the movies watching Frozen 2 right now, where I'm at in the book. So I'm at the 40% mark. This book is rather thick. I kind of was turned off by the thickness of it when I first started it, because I was like, not all romance novels need to be over 500 pages. This one's actually not 500. This one is 471. So when I saw the thickness of it, I was like, oy, how much plot are we gonna have in here to make it worth the 400 plus pages? So far, pretty good. I just feel like let's get the story moving and grooving at this point. I'm just moving my bookmark to where I left off in the audiobook. It doesn't even look like I'm 40%. It does not look like I'm 40%. This side is what I've read. This side is still what I need to read. So it looks like I'm more along the lines of like 35. I guess that's not that far off, but it does not look like 40%. I would like to get to 55 to 60% tonight. If I can get to 60%, we'll be in great shape. That would be really great for me. I also posted, so complete whiplash of change topics. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because it will tie in. I also posted my monthly reset today. So it is Friday, May 2nd. Yeah, May 2nd. When I'm filming this, posted my reset. So the reason why I'm now tying this book into it is because I was just on a major editing grind, and I kind of want to get ahead a little bit on some editing tonight because I have the time. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do some editing too. So I don't know if I'll get to 60%. I'm also really invested in Miss Olivia's vlogs that I have to catch up on. I think I have like 1.5 to catch up on at this point. And I also really want to watch this vlog from Carla Espinoza. Her thumbnail just looks really cool. So I was like, maybe I'll watch that too. I've never watched one of her vlogs. That she's very much so a new to me YouTuber, but she always comes up as recommended. So I'm like, I need to just see what she's about. And then I also found a new booktuber today. Her channel is Stephanie Bookish. So her thumbnails also look really, really cool. So I'm excited to watch her vlogs tonight. So if I don't get into 60% of this audiobook done, it's because I got into YouTube, and that's okay. I also made a matcha because it's International Matcha Day, but I went on a walk before I finished this. So she's looking a little like desperate right now. She really just needs a little more milk. Did not measure the matcha powder, did not measure the water today. I kind of was just like, it is what it is. So hopefully I didn't just put like a lot of caffeine together because it's late in the day. But also, it's Friday, so I can stay up late and not have to worry about it tomorrow. I do have to be up kind of early tomorrow, but it's nothing crazy, which is fine by me. Totally fine by me. I think I have to be up by like 7:30, which is normal. Even if I go to bed at midnight, that's still 7.5 hours of sleep. So I'm going to, I think, go sit with my Kindle and get back to reading. I also started using a new app for tracking called Bookend. It's pretty cool. I think it's kind of like a what's the app? Bookly? I think it's kind of like Bookly. I can track, like, I could put up a timer while I'm reading, and this is what it looks like right now. I started to use it for Say You'll Remember Me, but then kind of forgot about it because the app wasn't on my home screen. So then I follow Michelle, and I think her husband and his friend are the creators of this app. So she had posted about it, and I was like, wait a second, I forgot I had that. So now I'm reading it. I'm using it to read Consider Me, and I think I'm gonna keep using it. It's pretty cool. There's no social aspect, like we can't be friends on it, but I like the concept. I think it's pretty cool just for stats. It's kind of like I wouldn't even consider it like anything else that I've downloaded. I was gonna say it's kind of like Storygraph, but it's not. Storygraph is more analytics and you can have friends on there. I like the aspect of the timer, and it tells you on average like how many pages per hour, like it kind of does that, and then your total reading time, weekly stats, pages read today, pages read in the last 7 days, my reading streak. There's a weekly tracker, so it does all of this automatically, so you don't have to input that. And it's kind of like a digital reading journal if you wanted to like keep one for yourself. So I'm vibing with it. I do like it, and it tells you how much time you have left of the book. So like I have 5 hours and 38 minutes left of this book, which is pretty cool. And then it'll tell me at the end, I mean, obviously this is very much so wrong, but books completed this year, it's just marked as 1. I might go through and import the rest of my books in here. I just haven't done that because it would be a lot of work to import them. So I think I'm just gonna use it like here on out. I think that's the vibe. So I'm gonna go read more of Consider Me. I have it on Miss Kindle. Oh, also I wanted to show you guys the screen comparison. So actually I'll do it this way. And the size comparison too. So obviously Kobo Kindle Paperwhite. This is the matcha Kindle. So, or the agave. I forget what they call it, but it looks matcha colored to me. So I've been calling it the matcha Kindle. But I think there is truly a matcha Kindle. I don't know. But this is the size difference, the screen difference. You get your buttons versus, you know, just no buttons on the Paperwhite. So those are all the updates. I am waiting for my Kobo accessory package and Kindle accessory package to come in. It should be here. The post office said today, but I don't know because it's still saying that it's at the distribution center, which is actually right up the road from my house, but it says it's out for delivery, so just gonna take their word for it. But all right, I've been rambling now for 11 minutes. Let's go do the reading things, and I'll check in with you guys either later tonight or tomorrow. Oh, hello. Hello, you guys. Happy Sunday. This is the first time I'm picking up the camera today, and it's almost the end of the night. It's been a busy day. It's been a really busy day. I'm trying this new routine where I go to the gym directly after church. Like, I come home, if I need to eat something, I'll eat something, and then I'll change and then I'll go. Because I've been finding that if I keep pushing it off till like 4 o'clock, because I know it's not crowded at 4 o'clock, chances are I'm not getting there, period, because I get caught up doing other things, I don't want to go anymore, and the gym closes at 6. So I did it today. So I went church, gym, walk, and then I got stuck in the rain. So then I had to walk in the rain. And now I am here just planning my week and watching some YouTube and trying to find some information on what to expect at book events. I found some YouTube videos, but I think I'm just kind of overthinking it and overcomplicating it in my brain. So I am just gonna chill with that. Beachside is in a week and a half, right? 2 weeks. No, a week and a half? Hold on. Where am I? Where is my calendar? Oh my gosh, yeah, it's a week and a half. We'll fly down to Florida in a week and a half. It's crazy. It came up so fast. I remember buying the tickets last year and being like, yeah, that's next year. I have so much time. So I am mostly prepared. I need to read one more Peyton Corinne, so I have Unloved on my TBR. And going to be finishing Consider Me today. I only have like an hour and a half left of it. And still haven't gotten the next Hannah Bonham Young book. I'm waiting on Out of the Woods from Libby. It's getting to a point where I may have to use my Audible credit on it. Or maybe the library has like the ebook. Maybe I can get the ebook faster. Let's check. Out of the Woods. How long is the hold? It's about 6 weeks. And the audiobook is about 9 weeks. Let me check the other library. Nope, it's 26 weeks. Okay, so I'm gonna probably have to get it from Audible at this point because I would like to read that before I go, so that way I'm all caught up on her books. I don't own all of them. I only own 2. So I'll bring the 2 that I have. Or I might just bring Out on a Limb, because that one was 5 stars, and I really, really, really like that one. I would love to get that one signed. I think I'm gonna bring that one. I wish I still had my arc of Unsteady. I wonder if it's in this bag that I have of books to donate. If it's in there, that's gonna be a score. That'd be awesome. If not, I will bring my copy of Unloved and maybe buy a copy of Unsteady while I'm down there. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe. I don't know. I have to figure that out. Who else is gonna be down there? Oh, I'll bring my copy of Consider Me because Becca Mack is on the list. And I think there was one other author that I was like, I'm gonna try to get one of their books in. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Beachside Book Fest. Where is our author list? I hope you guys are liking this like FaceTimey, me just rambling type of vlog. I'm having fun doing them, so I hope you guys are too. Let's see. Who do I know? Okay, so Becca Mack. I feel like I should know more of these people, but I don't. Hannah Bonham Young. Hannah Cohen is an author that I've seen like in Instagram posts, but I haven't read any of her books. Same thing with Jess Taylor, Juliana Smith, and Kay Bromberg. Same thing with all 3 of them. Kate Singleton. I think I have some of her books on my Amazon wish list because they looked good. Let's see. Anybody else? I'm scanning. Sierra Simone. I think I have some of her books too. She sounds familiar. And they say that there might be more authors. So this was as of last year. Since then, I'm looking at the authors they've added. It doesn't look like anybody that I know. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, Peyton Corinne, like we talked about, she was added. Oh, Carly Robbins is going to be there. She narrates also under CJ Bloom, and she narrates Dishonestly Yours, Destructively Mine, and I think she also narrates the Addicted series. I don't know, but that's exciting that she's going to be there. I got to hear her narrate live. Was it last week? Yes, when I met Krista and Becca Ritchie last week, which I meant to vlog that and I just didn't, so sorry. I'll put pictures here though. It was so much fun to hear her narrate the first chapter of the new book that released last week. I was just looking at the VIP stuff. I'm not part of the VIP, I don't think. I feel like I would know. I don't remember if I purchased that or not. Anybody else? I didn't do like any sort of pre-order or anything. Some of the authors that are going to be there. So I didn't do any of the pre-orders or anything for this event. I'm kind of just going on vibes and hoping for the best. I don't know what to expect. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been looking at. Oh, Grace Riley. I think I have some of her books too. Maybe I got an ARC, or at least I've seen them at the library. Also, I have no lights on in my room right now, and it's been cloudy and rainy all day, which is why it's like pretty dark in here. Yeah, I don't really think I know anybody else. And then I'm excited to see the vendors that are there too. So yeah, that's the beachside updates. I will definitely be vlogging that, or attempting to vlog that if I don't get too overwhelmed. I don't even know how big this event's gonna be. I don't know anything, really. I have to look, see if I can find an agenda, see what kind of tickets I have, if I have the VIP, if I don't have the VIP. I don't think I bought the VIP. I remember distinctly being like, not sure, and being like, maybe I'll just buy the regular tickets for now, and if I feel like I missed out by not going to the VIP, then if they do it again next year, I will get the VIP. What else? Reading updates. I am, like I said, I think 83% through this girl. She's rather thick. This is Consider Me by Becca Mack. I'm reading majority of it Kindle because it is on Kindle Unlimited. I also have the audiobook, so I just got so distracted. I do have the audiobook from the library, so I am listening to it too, but the audiobook and the ebook are slightly different, which is kind of annoying, but I guess they were released at different times, so just some of the wording is a little bit different. I haven't really been listening as I read. It's either I'm fully listening, like I'm in the car, or I am just reading on my Kindle. So that's kind of the two options. Haven't really opened this too much. I think I read out of it maybe like one day, but I'm excited to have a copy of this to bring to Beachside because I'm really liking Carter Beckett. Man, probably one of the best male main characters in a hockey romance that I have ever read. I almost said ever written, like as if I'm writing a book. Carter Beckett. What a guy. What a guy. Olivia, she's grown on me. I know I was talking in the beginning of the week or the beginning of this vlog rather, wasn't sure about her. She was just kind of annoying me. She's better now. She's not annoying me as much. She's not really annoying me, period. There were a couple of times in the plot where I was like, Is there gonna be a third act breakup? Like, is she just gonna get insecure again? And at this point, I don't think there's gonna be a third act breakup. I don't think. So I'm 83% into it. If there's a third act breakup at this point, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind and some marbles along with it, because I'm just flipping to where I am. 40, 44. I'm in the middle of 46, so I'm just gonna go to 47. Yeah. There's no way. Usually the third act breakup happens like right here. Like right here. And this is like conflict resolution area right here. So this is as much as I have left of it. Like, there's no way. If there's a third act breakup, he's borderline. Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything because that would be borderline spoiler. But they better not break up. If they break up at this point, we're gonna have some problems. On that note, I am gonna go finish that book actually. And yeah, because I want to finish it. I want to do some YouTube editing tonight. I try to do about 30 minutes a day of YouTube editing. I don't even know if I have 30 minutes worth of content to edit, honestly. So I might just edit what I have until I can't edit it anymore. And then that'll be it for the night. What other updates do I have? Oh, hello, I got a Kobo. We haven't even talked about the Kobo yet because I just started reading on it. I have 2 library books on there that I'm reading right now. And we'll probably, maybe I should download Out of the Woods onto that. Yeah, I think that's what I will do. I'll download Out of the Woods onto that. I also just started The Art of Catching Feelings. Really funny book so far. Really funny. For somebody that's a baseball lover and seeing, hopefully baseball be carried throughout this whole book. I hope. So far it's a pretty good book. I say that because there was another book that I read. I think it's called The Proposal by Jasmine Guillory, I think is how you pronounce her last name. And I was so excited because I thought it was going to be a baseball romance. But they just, like, their romance started at a baseball game. It wasn't like he was a baseball player, which I thought was going to be the case. That was not the case. So I was a little disappointed about that. But it seems like, if I can predict the plot of this one so far, she's going to end up with one of the baseball players that she just, like, catcalled in the worst way possible. And I mean that as if in, like, sports, she's yelling from the stands, not, like, inappropriate catcalling. So yeah, it's been pretty good. So I want to pick that up and wrap that up early this week. Maybe, like, I was going to say tomorrow, but that's a stretch. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow. I think it's going to be Tuesday. I think I could wrap it up on Tuesday and then ditch my TBR for 2 seconds, go read Out of the Woods, and then come back to my TBR. I think that's allowed. I'm just looking. I'm like, my TBR this month is dictated by my Libby holds. So I just want to see. That should be doable. Because then I have Unloved. That's due in 8 days. And Daydream is due in 8 days. But then I also have the ebook for Daydream, and that's due in 12 days. Yeah, so even if I have to wrap that up on the Kobo, that's fine. And then I have The Maid's Secret due in 16 days and Fearless due in 19 days. So I think this is okay. I think I can ditch the TBR for 2 seconds, go read Out of the Woods, come back to the TBR, and be good before Beachside. Because that's really, like, what it comes down to at this point. How many books I can read from the authors that are going to be on Beachside before going to Beachside. So it's got to be strategic TBR this month. But now that I've rambled for 15 minutes, I'm going to go finish my book. And I'll talk to you guys when I'm done reading this. Hello you guys, happy Monday. You're gonna get some real ambient rain sounds in the background because it's absolutely pouring here today. I was literally just about to go out too and I said, oh, it's raining, so I'm staying inside. I was gonna try to squeeze a walk in before, because I knew it was gonna downpour, I just didn't know when. And according to weather app, it looked like I had an hour, so I was like, maybe I'll get a half-hour walk in, play it safe. No, the skies just decided to open up. So I have a reading update to share with you guys. I finished This Girl last night. Literally, I gave it, let me collect my thoughts. At first I gave it 5 stars and then I dropped it to 4.5. I would still round it up to a 5 if you asked me like in whole numbers what I'm giving it. I was into this book the whole time from start to finish. I think I said this at the beginning of the vlog when I started this. I was very close to DNFing it because I could not stand Olivia for the life of me. And I'm happy I finished it because it was so good. I was glued, absolutely glued to this book. And especially the last like 30%. I could not put this book down last night. I literally, like, we went out and at one point I brought my Kindle. I bring my Kindle everywhere anyway. But I was reading in the car, and typically I don't do that because I get car sick very easily. And I didn't get car sick. So that was a win. This was a type of book, despite the minor things that I would pick apart about it, this was a book that made my nervous system forget what was real and what was fiction. Like, I was literally getting so upset. Like, my blood pressure was high at one point. I was very emotional over the end of this book, and I just needed to know what happened. And by the time I got to the end, I was like, dang, I really need book 2 now. Like, it was so good. I cannot recommend enough. I'm excited for book 2. Probably going to pick it up next week. Yeah, I'm gonna say next week while I'm at Beachside. I think I'm gonna wait until then, or maybe have to go to Barnes & Noble this week and see if they have it. If they have it, I might pick it up for Beachside. I don't know. I have to decide on that one. But really, I highly recommend. Probably the best sports romance I've read so far this year. I would not say it's the best romance, but I would say sports romance. This is definitely up there. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so if you do have KU, check this one out. And yeah, very good things to say about this one. Despite my couple of qualms that I had with it, I would still highly recommend this one. And then on the topic of sports romance, I also did start The Art of Catching Feelings. I'm not too far into this. I think I'm like 22 or 23%. I am reading it partially. I'm like all over the place with my reading mediums lately. Partially reading it on my Kobo, partially reading it in a physical book, and then partially also doing the audiobook for it. So I'm mainly reading it on the Kobo because I've been on a big like digital reading kick, and I am 22% through it as of right now. I've been really liking it so far. I think it's just gonna be like a cute, fun time. I don't know. I don't have too much of like an opinion yet. It's just so far so good. Probably one of the most unrealistic scenarios to ever happen in a sports romance, but never say never. So this one is about Daphne and Chris, and Daphne goes to a baseball game that the tickets were gifted to her by her brother and sister-in-law, and she was supposed to go with her husband, but Daphne is recently divorced, so she ended up just going with a friend. I think it was a friend. Yeah, I want to say it was a friend. And she goes and she's kind of bored, like she's reading at the game, and then she starts to she has a few drinks, and then she starts like, I think I said this the other day, she starts like catcalling people, but heckling. That's the word I was looking for the other day and I couldn't find. So she starts heckling the players, and it gets to this one particular player where she says something, and then you see him like start to get emotional, And then it becomes this whole big thing on like SportsCenter or ESPN or whatever network they reference in the book. And then Daphne goes and DMs Chris saying that she's sorry and like she gets it and some other things, but she forgets the one paragraph that explains that she was the person that was heckling him at the game. So then they just start DMing back and forth, and now sorry, I get so distracted. I had to do an airport drop off this morning and it just landed, so I was like, okay, cool, they just landed, fun. So where was I with this? Oh, they start DMing back and forth, and like she forgets the whole paragraph that's like, yeah, I was the person that was heckling you at the game. So now they're just talking, getting to know each other, but she still hasn't told him that she was the person that was heckling him. So that's where I'm at with this book. I think I'm gonna finish it up tonight or tomorrow. I know that seems like a tall task, but I don't really have anything going on, so I might as well just finish it up. So yeah, that's the reading update. I hope to have more of one later. And yeah, I'm on my lunch break right now, so I'm just gonna chill and read and take in this like gloomy day because it's the perfect reading weather. Y'all are getting a real rainy day fit right here. I literally have this giant avocado comfy on because my room is just cold with the rain. It's damp. And just sitting, I was like, I'm cold. So I threw this on over my t-shirt, but I have some book mail. So I wanted to open it with you guys. It's from Source Books. So it always is great from them. So that's why I figured we'll unbox it here together. I don't know what I was expecting. There's sunglasses in here. These are fun. Okay. So it's gotta be a romance. I'm thinking with the heart. Libby Lost and Found by Stephanie Booth. Okay, so the book is called Libby Lost and Found by Stephanie Booth. I've never heard of this before. It's on sale May 20th. An electric debut novel about a transformative friendship between a world-famous children's book author with an early onset dementia, an 11-year-old child she enlists to help her write her last book. As Libby's symptoms quickly worsen. Okay, so if this is on your radar by any means, dementia warning. Sorry, I'm getting distracted as I'm reading this. There's mentions of dementia. The main character does have dementia and her symptoms get worse. So if you are not somebody that likes to read things like that, that's your warning. So at the end it says, with the zaniness of lessons in chemistry and the unlikely friendship of a man called Uwe, or Ove, however you want to pronounce it. Still need to see that movie. Great book though. The book I've enjoyed of the reading list, Libby Lost and Found, is all about the stories we tell, the chapters of our lives we'd like to edit, and most importantly about the endings we write for ourselves. Cool. Okay, I mean, it sounds pretty good. I think I was talking about this in a previous vlog. I love contemporary fiction. I love lit fic. That was a hard one. So here's your cover, and that's where the glasses come into play here. I love that. So like I said, this is on sale I think it said May 20th. There's no like on sale soon thing on here. But according to this paper, it's May 20th. So cool book mail. Shout out to Source Books. They also do Bloom, but this is a Source Books title, so Landmark. Won't be getting to this month. Maybe in June though. I would like to read this at the beginning of June at some point. Oh, wait, that's so funny. Erica Bauermeister has the front quote, and I just read her book. That's really funny. That's perfect timing. I wonder if they saw that I read The School of Essential Ingredients and they thought I would like this. That's so funny. Post your reviews, people. I'm telling you, post your reviews. I always do this. I always say I'm not gonna vlog after 6 o'clock because like it's like my content creation like off of work time. That's like my I need to read so I can make content time. And then I get in a vloggy mood, and now I'm just vlogging on my phone. So hopefully the audio is not too bad because I'm so used to my camera having the external mic and the other camera that I use has an external mic. I wanted to come chit chat. I'm waiting for this car to go so that I can veer into traffic. I wanted to come chit chat, so here I am coming to chit chat. I am now 35% through. Oh, this is a cute dog. They can go. Go ahead. So cute. I'm currently 35% through The Art of Catching Feelings, and really funny. Just like silly. It's a silly, goofy time, and I am so here for it. And I just went into a major autopilot. I'm going the wrong way already, so we're just gonna go around the block. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around the block. Yeah, it's just a silly, goofy time. It's been a hot second since I read a baseball romance, so I'm really happy to be back in one. And of course, I put like 3 or 4 other books on my TBR, but it's not like this month's TBR. It's more like future looking, maybe like June, July TBR. And I put the holds in on Libby, so they're not gonna come in for a bit. So just got some recommendations because I watched a lot of YouTube today. Didn't do a lot of audiobook listening. I wanted to do more audiobook listening. I just didn't. But I did do a lot of YouTube watching. Just had it on in the background, and I was watching Olivia Reads a Latte and Katie is Reading. They're like my 2 go-tos for fantasy. Olivia also reads a lot of thrillers. I'm sure most of you that watch me watch those 2 channels as well, or if not, you can go check them out. But I got some recommendations. One of them is more like a sci-fi fantasy type of situation, and it looks really good. So I'm excited to read that. I put a hold in at the library because it's a new book. So I'm hoping I get it one of the first ones. And one of them was just available. So I'm hoping it comes for pickup in the next couple of days, which would be a score. So that one, obviously, I'll force onto my TBR for this month. The other one will probably be a later down the road book pick. So that's all I got as far as the reading update goes. I am just reading 1 book right now. I've been really just trying to focus on reading 1 book at a time, maybe 2 if I feel like it's taking me a while to get through 1, then I will start a second one. But right now I think I am just going to stick with 1 because I'm getting through the books a lot faster. Like, it's great to read multiple books at once, but when it takes you a week to read 1 book and then like, you know, another week to read another book because you're going through them like multiple books at the same time, I'd rather just get like the 1 book done next, 1 book next. Unless it's different genres. If it's completely different genres, then I will 100% have like 2 going. But I used to have like upwards of 4 books going at a time. Does not need to be like that. It really doesn't, especially because my reading time is so limited nowadays. I just would rather do 1 book at a time. If I was working part-time and then doing booktube like borderline full-time, I would say, yeah, I would have multiple books going because I'd have more time to read. But because I don't have a lot of time to read, and a lot of my books are audiobooks, long story long at this point, I just like getting through a book in like 2 to 3 days instead of having it drag on for like 4 or 5 because I'm reading 2 books at the same time. So that is the update. My phone keeps falling. As you guys can see, we're in a completely different position than we once started in. But I hope you guys liked this chatty moment. I'm very chatty today. Very, very chatty today. So I just wanted to take advantage of that because I'm feeling the creative, fun YouTube juices flow, and I like to take advantage of that when it happens. It doesn't always happen. So I'm going to go, and I will see you guys in some B-roll in a little bit later when I'm reading. We're gonna make Minecraft sugar cookies tonight, which is gonna be exciting and fun and wonderful. Love a little treat after dinner, especially when your dinner is more salty and savory. And yeah, that's it. That's the update. I finished one more book to wrap up this vlog. Also, good morning. It is quite early. I finished The Art of Catching Feelings yesterday. I'm giving this 3.75 stars. So it was good. I had a good time. So my 3 to 4 star range is usually that. It was good. I had a good time. I just felt that the pacing was a little off. I feel like people throw that term around a lot, but for me, the beginning was really fast and it was upbeat and it was like things are happening. We want to know what happens next. And then the middle, like I would say probably 45 to about 70 to 80%. I was like, okay, come on. Like let's get a move on here. And then the last 20% or so, maybe even 15%, things started happening again. And we were like, oh, okay, like conflict resolution, all that stuff. So yeah, that was like my biggest gripe with it. We have Daphne and we have Chris. Chris plays on a major league team. Daphne is just, at the time, at the beginning of the book, she's just a sideliner. Her brother and sister-in-law set her up with these tickets to a baseball game that she's supposed to go to with her ex-husband to try to get back together with because her brother wants them to get back together. That's a whole other thing that I wish was unpacked a little bit more in here. Then while she's at the game, she gets rather drunk and she starts heckling the players. And for this particular guy, for Chris, she comes up with one that actually like brings him back to his childhood and makes him emotional while he's at bat. That becomes a whole big thing. And then Daphne reaches out to Chris on Instagram, and while she's doing that, she copies and pastes a message that she writes in her notes app, forgetting the paragraph that introduces her as the heckler. And it kind of just makes it seem like she's some rando reaching out to a baseball player because like she saw maybe on a baseball game that he was having a hard time. So they start talking over Instagram DMs and they start to get to know each other more. But then at the same time, now Daphne takes on a position with the baseball team part-time. And then in real life, Chris and Daphne start to form like a bit of a relationship together. She never tells Chris that she is one and the same as far as the DMs and real life goes. And I think that was the part that was the hardest for me to wait for, was like Daphne trying to figure out how to resolve this issue and let Chris know that she is the same person on Instagram and in real life. It was fine once it happened. I just think that I would have liked to have seen it earlier, so that way the conflict resolution was like more drawn out, I guess. Not like drawn out in a bad way, more so like drawn out, like we saw it more from both of them as they were resolving the issue. So I gave it 3.75 stars. I do think there are other better baseball romances, but I would think I would still recommend this. Of course, also just based on the cover alone, like obsessed, absolutely obsessed. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this one. Did I finish anything else? I don't think so. I just started, where is it? I just started Unloved by Peyton Corinne. That follows Ro and Maddie Frederick from book 1. The timeline is majorly throwing me off though, because usually when you have like internet connected standalones, the timeline is continuous. I don't think I've read anything that jumps back in time. So it threw me off because Sadie was mentioned, like how she was previously to getting with, I think it's Reese in book 1. So Sadie is mentioned to be still like in her hookup life, and I was like, wait a second, but she's already set with somebody else. So I guess these are parallel timelines. I'm not 100% sure yet, or maybe like they're somewhat parallel, because there's some scenes that happen in Unloved already that I picked up from Unsteady. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I remember that. So yeah, I don't know the exact timing, but I thought that was interesting. I was like, oh, okay, that we're not like full steam ahead forward. We're actually backtracking. So that's my reading update. I also am going to be starting Daydream today, but we'll be chatting with that. We'll be chatting about that in the next vlog that I'm going to be starting a little bit later. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as I wave around this book like it's a magic wand or something. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow. And don't forget to turn on post notifications. Don't forget to drink your coffee, drink your water, eat your food. Sometimes we even forget to do that. Don't forget to eat. Have a good day on purpose, and I'll see you guys in my next video.